Dr. Preston James is a popular columnist for Veterans Today. He has had a career as a social psychologist, but he is now retired from private practice after many years of having had clients and contacts associated with Intel and law enforcement. He has a special interest in the big picture and what drives those who oppose the goals and dreams of ordinary patriotic Americans. Following is an excerpt from an article called Strangehold on America, dated 27th July 2014, as published in Veterans Today. The tide is now turning, thanks to alternative media published on the worldwide internet, the new Gutenberg Press, and 2 additional changes inside the U.S. government. The first change is the repatriotization of the Intel Cowboys. Many have come from out of retirement and gone back to work to take America back from Zionist invaders, whom they now see clearly are America's true enemies within the gates of America. The second major change is that a whole new group of high military have been appointed to run the U.S. military. These new leaders of the U.S. military are America Firsters, and they are some of the very finest individuals imaginable. These key individuals, top U.S. military leaders, are firing and retiring hundreds of officers who were appointed by the Bush crime cabal and served the world Zionists. Some were blatant Israeli firsters and traitors to America. The U.S. military high command has now taken a new course and is decisively routing out all the U.S. military officers that are not America Firsters. The first ramifications of this has been that America has not entered any major new wars, not in Syria, Iran, the Ukraine, or Iraq. This has been quite disheartening to the world Zionist puppets in place in America, who are known to be Israeli-American, Israeli-first, dual citizens, neocons, and PNA seers. These world Zionist traitors in place in America have become desperate too, and are pulling every string they can to try to coerce members of Congress to get America to fight more major wars for the world Zionists and their main action agent cutout, Israel. Congress has been able to pass resolutions of support for Israel in their new invasion and mass murdering of Palestinians, but has not been able to coerce the American military to go to war on their behalf. This is a major setback, and the world Zionist options are becoming more and more limited by the day. Secret preparations are now underway to restore the American dollar and to federalize and eliminate the Federal Reserve System, bringing all American banking functions back into the U.S. Department of Treasury and taking them back from foreign banking families that hijacked the American monetary production and distribution system in 1913. The secret to this transformation, which is now occurring in steps hinted at in the appearance of the new $100 bill just recently released. The BRICS nations' financial and trading bloc is now gaining serious strength, and this means the U.S. petrodollar is doomed to continue serving as the world's reserve currency. The BRICS nations' financial and trading bloc is now gaining by the month, and over 130 nations have now signed pledges or agreements to participate. This is generating tremendous pressure and is seriously undermining the Rothschilds' private Zionist central banking system and all their franchise central banks all over the world, especially the clearly illegal, unconstitutional American Federal Reserve System. Major bankster arrests will secure when the great financial reset occurs. This growing BRICS phenomenon will force a major monetary reset in America and every other major nation of the world, and the world Zionists will be left out in the cold. America will be forced to cancel all the bad, fraudulent debts, including derivatives and bad paper too. All fraudulent debts will be forgiven, and much of the loot stolen by the world Zionists will be clawed back. And the best part of all, when the reset occurs, many banksters and their associates will be arrested by the U.S. military high command or the provost marshal. What can we do to speed up the exposure and ending of the Zionist occupation and stranglehold in America? Do our best to get the truth out to family and friends. Word of mouth is a powerful means of transmitting the truth to others. You can share articles like this with friends and family. Truth and exposure of the world's Zionist evil is coffin nails to their plans. This is why they have spent many millions of dollars buying and consolidating the American major mass media and taking control of the educational curriculums of all public schools and universities. But despite all these millions each month are figuring out, millions of people each month are figuring out that the CMM is not only controlled U.S. government propaganda, but filled with lies and misinformation designed to keep the average American oppressed. Get politically active in your local community and at the city council. Start a community watch and get to know your neighbors. Learn as much as you can about recall petitions and how to use them. And consider starting one against elected officials from your districts that you think are un-American. Use your imagination. Most can come up with incredibly creative ideas to create awareness of the world Zionist occupation and the stranglehold on America and its institutions. That's from Preston James and Veterans Today. Thanks for listening.